According to the audience analysis taken for this speech, those who answered as being organ donors currently agreed that there is a great shortage in those who are organ donors as opposed to the rising list of those on the waiting list. So back in 1991, this waiting list for patients who are awaiting organ donations was over 20,000, but as of 2015, it has risen to over 120,000 patients. Organ donations are constantly disproportionate in supply to their demand, and we should all consider the idea that we might have something to offer. I myself, although it's hard to see, am an organ donor. I also donate blood to the American Red Cross, and I am also a registered bone marrow donor. So in this speech, we're going to go over the need for more donors and how we can incentivize organ donation. So let's go over why there's exactly a need for more organ donors. As it stands, on the waiting list, there are 22 deaths daily, and as of today, that is an underestimate. According to an article published in November of 2016 in the American Journal of Bioethics by Michael Freed, who has a doctorate in EMT services, there were research participants who were twice as likely to register as organ donors in an opt-out scenario where they are already assumed to want to be organ donors, or in a neutral scenario where they can choose yes or no, rather than the current opt-in scenario where we have to elect ourselves to become organ donors. So there are many ways that we can incentivize organ donation just like this. Judy Stone, a contributor to the Pharma and Healthcare page of Forbes' website, wrote an article on different ways that we can cut waits for organ donations. These include, as previously mentioned, defaulting to donation, like many countries in Europe already do. We can increase the amount of living donors for organs like kidneys and livers that work better from living donors rather than those that are deceased, and we can reward donors by prioritizing them on a waiting list should they need a transplant in the future, which is already used in Singapore and Israel. There are also other strategies that we can use, including social media. According to a qualitative study on the use of social media in increasing university students' awareness of organ donation, which was conducted by the UW Organ Procurement Organization in June of 2012, there were a few possible strategies that can increase how many more organ donors we can get. Some of these include mentioning the benefits of becoming a donor, going over the experience and support issues of those who need organs and being an organ donor, and the potential social media usage related to organ donations, such as promoting it through different ads and other possibilities. So now let's summarize the information that we went over. Organ donations are constantly disproportionate in supply to their demand, and we should all consider the idea that we have something to offer. In the speech, we went over the need for more donors, the lack of donor participation based on the current system that we use, and the different ways that we can incentivize organ donation in our society. And I want to stress the importance of organ donation because I currently am O negative blood type, and those who are O negative can give donations of blood or organs to anyone. However, they can only receive from other O negative patients. So seeing as I can only receive from others like me, I find that as an incentive to give what I can offer to those who need it. And if there are any skeptics or anyone else with questions, you can visit organdonor.gov for more information.